righty.
All righty, all righty. Hey, everyone, this is Poppadukes of the OG Social Network Podcast. I'm on my second podcast today. Earlier, I was with CANNABIS, Ben Stoller and Andrew Feber. I hope I said his last name right. Andrew's going to kill me. He told me his name like 5 times. They're an amazing tech company and think tank that came up with just some great products that I'll be talking to you about later on in the next day or so. I'm working on editing it. But again, this is the OG Social Network Podcast sponsored by Green Spectrum. Hey, Michael, Joanna, how are you? Green Spectrum, CBD, Proteus 420, New York City Cannabis Exchange, Myers Security, Pink's Products. Welcome, Allie, to the network. Wet Bar Distributors, Lewis and Donna, thank you. Again, welcome our new sponsors. Gordy's Goodies, Great Edibles, and also, I got so much going on right now. Jadestone Branding and Silk Road. Thanks so hard. And Earl and Katie Dowley. Now, there's one thing we're going to do. I have to take a little pause for a second because I forgot my coffee.
Oh, no.
You see, our last interview I had with Canna Products. I need my coffee and my flour and my cigarettes. So definitely, I am here with Liz Quinn. Liz Quinn is part of the Liz Lights Up School community. She is out in New Jersey. Excuse me. Liz is a boomer, just like I'm a baby boomer.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm a baby boomer. So whether it be in health and understanding new laws, Liz is there to start the conversation about medical cannabis and the cannabis industry, especially for seniors. Boomers are definitely left out of the equation sometimes, and people forget it's the boomers and Gen Xers that are the big potheads here. And Liz wants to be able to educate everyone and tell everyone about the cannabis industry that have not been a part of it for a while, but want to kind of get in. And she reminds me of dear friend Sayuda Abraham here in New York, that's also doing the same thing with Silver Serenities, and these two organizations need to come together. Liz Lights Up is probably one of the organizations that I'm new to, but we're going to learn more about her today. So, Liz, how are you?
I'm living the dream. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Tell us, what got you into this? What's going on? I mean, how did you get out of it?
Well, back in the late 70s, early 80s, we grew our own. We smoked it. It was terrible. There was, very little information, and we weren't looking for any. We could MacGyver anything into a smokable device. And now all of a sudden we're coming back to it, and not just to get high, to relieve pain, to relieve inflammation, to relieve anxiety, to relieve depression, to help with sleep, to help with appetite, to suppress appetite. It does everything. And it has evolved so quickly. Like I said, we could MacGyver anything into a smokable device, and now there are smokable devices that you have an app on your phone to use. It's like insanity. It feels like for us seniors, we're going into the twilight zone. Life was much simpler. You never heard terpenes or CBD. You never heard anything like that. Right. And, now not only is it overwhelming because there is just so many options, and it's really come to fruition in the past 2 to 3 years. We are a demographic. We are the OGs. We're the demographic that is most overlooked and the
Hmm.
most undereducated.
Right,
We
right.
so it was a simpler time, and to learn all this, it's overwhelming. We're also still trying to deal with the mindset that we had. We had a very different mindset back in the day.
Hmm.
Um, you know, there are people that are still struggling to not, to go to a legal pot store, buy their legal weed, and drive home without having to put it down their pants. And I'm not even kidding about this because this is the way it used to be.
Right,
So,
right.
having to adjust that mentality is also a challenge. And I don't think the industry as a whole is ready for seniors because there is no senior education. It's starting to come around, um, but we're also not targeting seniors in our media coverage or anything, marketing. You know, my mantra since day one has been show me an ad of three grandmas sitting around a table, sharing a bong and an Entenmann's. And that's an ad I can get behind because it's real. Um,
Well, to do that, right? Real quick, to do that, I think that's a great idea. I think it's fucking magnificent. We do
Thank you.
want to be able to we do want to be able to represent the underrepresented, right?
Yep.
So we have, uh, uh, we do want to see more, and I believe we will,
Oh, yeah.
with organizations like yours to be able to, create safe spaces for people our age to be able to go
Mhm.
out and commune with like-minded people.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And where they can have intelligent conversations with each other, learning about this plant, learning about this is my journey just as much as it is anybody else's. I did not smoke for many years because I wasn't enjoying it. And then, I developed several medical conditions and it was time to go back. And when I got my card in 2018, you were educated.
Hmm.
Uh, but the education was very rudimentary. Uh, there's three strains sativa, hybrid, indica. You can smoke it as a flower, or you can use this PAX dry herb vaporizer. And they're just starting to come out with cartridges.
Wait
That
till
was
I
it.
show you. Wait till I show you what I ran into today. But go ahead, go ahead.
And then once you were approved, of course, you had to bring like the banker's box full of medical records.
Right.
And then then you had to take that class where they told you about sativa, indica, hybrid. Then you went to the dispensary and you met with a specialist there. You told them all your symptoms and they would match up weed for what you needed. Now it's just
Okay.
a free for all. Anybody can go in and get anything, and there's no education.
Right. Right. Well, that's what the podcast is here for, and to talk to you and people like you to let the masses know. Look, this is what you need to look for. This is what you need to be educated about, right?
Hmm.
So, uh, I've been smoking since I was 13. So we're going on like 47 years, but I'd say like 2 years off, whatever. 'Cause I was in the military as well. Um, but like over 40 years. And to hear about us going into a medical facility that we could get weed, much less now it's legal. New York blew my mind when we became legal in 2022. I didn't think
Hmm.
it would happen so fast. We became legal, and of course, we've gone through ups and downs with our different injunctions and all this nonsense. We're currently having a proximity crisis right now here. Um,
It's not
but
an easy business. It is
it's
not.
not. It's
It's a
not. I
tough
don't.
one.
I really don't understand how people presume to think that, if you get a license in any business, but primarily in a cannabis business, you better have at least 10 years of retail or some form of anything that connects with the cannabis industry, right?
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, you're a nurse, correct? Your profession? What did you
Yeah,
practice?
I'm retired nurse.
What did you
Uh,
practice?
I worked in ER and critical care um, for about 15 years till I had my third child. I used to work what was called the weekend bailer program. I'd start at 11 p.m. on Friday, and I'd be done at 11 p.m. on Sunday with 8 hours in between.
Mhm.
And you get a little burnt out doing it. So, and then I got pregnant with my third, and that's when I decided to retire, and I became a more stay-at-home mom. I did some odd jobs on the computer when the late 90s hit,
Oh yeah.
and AOL. I did a lot of community moderating, um, and then I got into marketing, and that's I'm a very out of the box thinker. That's
Mhm.
where my creativity lies. The Entenmann's ad. But I find that in this industry, as a looking at this industry through the eyes of a consumer and the eyes of a marketer, um, it's a unique focus to have, and it's all about keeping it simple, but bringing it all together
Mhm.
and making it bite-sized pieces, easy to chew.
Right. And which is kind of which can be a little bit stressful and stuff. I mean, you want to be able to like this is a new business, right? It's a new industry. And we're all kind of putting our toes in the water,
Mhm.
feeling and I'm running into a lot of people who are like uh, they don't realize they're at the beginning of a major revolution, and the
Yeah,
ones that do realize it, they're so quiet. They're so quiet. How
yeah.
do you feel about the cannabis industry in this region? I mean, how do you feel about like what you're going to be offering? How do you feel about the future?
I think it's going to be great, and I think Schedule 3 is going to pass. Um, I I think this is only the beginning. Um,
Oh,
this is if there was ever a time to get into this industry, now was the time. And again, I stumbled across it. I I started out wanting to do cannabis marketing, and the more I talked to people, the more I realized where I was needed, and
mhm.
that was to educate. So the marketing, whatever, Liz Lights Up is all about the community, all about the community.
I'm finding that there are a lot of people getting into the educational aspect of it as well. Um, I'm I'm like trying to introduce people to people like you, right? That have
Mhm.
that background, that education, and what I'm finding is that we all start reminiscing about how great it was back then, the kind of smoke we had back in the day. I don't know about you. I had some pretty good stuff. I mean, there were some times we did run into some
Yeah,
garbage,
yeah.
but
Tie stick,
yeah, yeah,
Acapulco Gold, Panama
right,
Red.
yeah,
Um, yeah.
yeah. It's like um, memories. What are you doing in New Jersey to get people to know about you? Are you hosting events? Are you doing different things? Or
Well, I'm putting out. I launched on July 1st,
Mhm.
and it's been 7 weeks. And the way I started it was I've gotten myself aligned with 18 partners,
Mhm.
and I started building a community, putting educational modules in, doing product reviews, and now I'm starting to advertise to the seniors by putting out ads in the dispensaries
Hmm.
with a QR code for them to join Liz Lights Up. And Liz Lights Up is free for all uh, Canna curious, Canna experts, um, and just seniors.
Right.
And the business is I have a membership, and everybody can communicate with everybody. There's classes, there's message board.
Hmm.
I have a special section for bud tenders. I'd like to make a senior certified bud tender course. We have different needs, we have a different mindset, and we need to be educated a little differently, and you need to learn about us and what our needs are,
Hmm.
and that needs to be somebody that's specialized.
Especially if you're using actual pharmaceuticals, if you have certain
Yes,
ailments that cannabis can't may or may not be able to help you with, right?
right.
So, but and you if you're going to be using cannabis, you want to make sure it doesn't, I guess, what is the word I'm looking for?
Interact.
Interact or undermine the medications that you're
Right,
taking now, right? Right.
right.
Mhm.
You know,
So, mhm.
these are important things. And there's other issues I see that aren't really, we can't really claim them as senior issues, like the zipper packaging. It's um some of the pre-roll tins are hard to open.
Oh yeah,
You know,
I'm going to be honest with you. I think some require a degree.
I agree.
I know they do. Like I there were some I didn't understand how to open it.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's safe. We got to think of safe packaging as
No,
well.
absolutely. But, we have dexterity, we have strength issues. A lot of people have arthritis.
Right.
So packaging is an issue. Another one is now that we are legal, um, it's a race for the THC. I'm not seeing any more CBD rich, low THC, high CBD strains
Hmm.
anymore.
Hmm.
And that's something that, there are people that are going to want. And it's nobody's doing it anymore, and they don't
Well,
understand.
well,
They're
check
they're
this out.
marketing to THC.
Right, right. And are you concerned with the percentage of each serving, or like it's maybe too much, too little?
No, I don't pay attention to THC levels. I really don't. You can have it.
Most of us don't.
Yeah, those of us who now know. I could care less what the THC is.
You and I probably I go through an infused dinner, right? And we're like 2.5%. Bitch, you better put 100. What are you doing? You're
Yeah,
wasting our time.
yeah, and it's all about the terpenes. It's about
Right.
and it's been a fascinating journey. I've been doing this, working on this, and changed trajectories a few times to get to where this path has led me.
Right.
And the things I have learned have been incredible. And the things that people don't know are pretty wild. I have a friend who told me he thought the THC level was determined by the height of the plant. The taller the plant was, the more THC. And I'm like, baby,
Wow.
we need to talk. We really need to talk.
Right. Yeah.
But you know, it's amazing some of the things I've heard, some of the stories I've heard, and standing in dispensaries before I was, in the industry, where I would hear people at the next register say, "Listen, my mom's got some pain over here," and
Right.
no, what should you do? What should I do? You should bring her in here and let me talk to her.
Right. Right.
So and
Right.
we really have to bring us to the forefront, and when we
What?
do, we're going to be unstoppable.
what did you practice while being a nurse? What was yours? I know what was your
Emergency medicine.
emergency?
Emergency.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
you were an emergency. You
Yeah.
saw everything.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God! You must. Does that like my daughter? My youngest daughter wants to get into forensics, but then she now may want to get into being an emergency nurse, right?
It's tough. And
Yeah,
you have to, it's addictive. That adrenaline rush is addictive because you don't know what's coming through those doors at any time.
right,
And you have to, you can't think, you have to react, you have to know what you're doing. Every patient that comes in there is a test. And
right,
it's not only the test, it's dealing with not only the patient, it's dealing with families. And a
right.
lot of times patients don't understand, especially when it was always drug overdoses or something like that. It is so hard on the family. But meanwhile, the patient's out cold, doesn't know anything, and a day and a half later wakes up feeling great.
Hmm.
Meanwhile, the family has just sat there and watched somebody almost die.
Right.
And so you got to take that into consideration too. There's multifaceted aspects in emergency medicine.
Hmm. Hmm. And when you got into this, I mean, what made you correlate what made you come up with Liz Lights Up? I mean, was it, you know,
It was more, like I said, I started this business, to do a little marketing, cannabis marketing, because I wasn't seeing any. And as I said, I was talking to people, and the more I talked to people, and the more I found out that seniors were, one, being neglected, overlooked, and undereducated.
hmm,
And there are a couple of types of seniors I've found. There's the seniors that don't know anything, and then there's the seniors that think they know everything. The
hmm,
height of the plant and the THC. So just listening to people, talking to people, networking with people, I realized what was needed. It's not about marketing, it's about teaching. Back in the late 70s, early 80s, there was a clothing store in New Jersey. It may have been in New York too, I don't know. It was called Sims. And at the
I
end,
remember Sims.
okay, Cy Sims would come out at the end of every
Yeah,
commercial and say, an educated consumer is our best customer.
right, right.
It's really just that simple.
Yeah, you're right.
It really is. No truer words have been spoken. And that's the crux of it all.
Okay.
And that's
Well, we're
why
gonna get
I'm sorry, that's why I
no,
decided
no.
to just do Liz Lights Up.
Okay.
Transparency, education.
Well, we're gonna get up now on the lighter side of our conversation. Now you want to talk. You and I are going to just chat real quick, add a little fun.
Okay.
I want to show you something, right? So I had a meeting today, a beautiful meeting and a podcast with CANNABIS. Okay,
Oh,
right. There's a lot of stuff in here. I'll show y'all. But one product, well, they have these dots that are soluble, and you could put them in cold, hot beverages, and do. Uh, I'm selling it wrong because I'm ripped right now because they gave me two goddamn dots. Then I had a little wine that went into the dot so I can taste it. Nothing was tasted, but I feel the effects of everything. But
uh-huh.
the one thing that blew me away was these wraps that they created. You see this?
Yeah.
This is 40% THC made of 100% THC fibers.
And that's a paper.
That's it. That's a paper, and you can wrap it around your cigarette. You see,
Uh-huh.
add it to your joint
Yeah.
or
Wrap.
whatever, right?
Oh my
So this
God.
is, and it doesn't smell like weed. So I had one there,
Uh-huh.
and my interview went boom. So these are products that would be perfect, I said, for senior citizens, like the dots that they have.
Yeah.
And these wraps, or people that like we old schoolers love our nicotine. I don't care what you say,
Yes. Yeah.
right?
I have it
So
in a
we,
vape now.
right? Well, check this out. If you still, I smoke American Eagle, is it American
Mhm.
Spirits, right?
Yeah.
Because they're holistic and whatever. And I got to get away from the other stuff. And so I wrapped this around my cigarette, my first one today, and I'm like, I can't believe it. I can literally smoke without having to smoke or smell up the place,
Right.
right?
That's wild.
Yeah, and these are products I think that would hit our demographic. You
Absolutely.
know, Mm.
Absolutely. I would love
What's
to
your
talk to them. I would love to talk to them.
well, you will be. They'll be a part of the Elevate Innovate. Also, too, it burns beautifully,
That okay, that was my next
right?
question because I
It
could vote
burns.
anything.
Yeah, this one here, it burns very nicely. So, but you got to be. I think you got to learn how to smoke a little bit because we take that nicotine.
Yeah.
What's your favorite? What is it for you? Indica, sativa, or hybrid?
It used to be indica, but I'm getting into the sativas now, and I'm really starting to enjoy them. That's why I had stopped smoking because I was getting palpitations, and this was I don't know in the late '80s, and so I stopped. But and then when I went for my medical card, and they were saying how sativas get you all hyped up, and so I stayed away from them. And then I recently said, you know what? I have to try everything. This is my job now. If I'm
Right.
going to be doing product reviews, I have to try everything. I'd never had a gummy before that. Um, and I didn't have sativas. Well, I started, and I'm telling you, I'm really digging the sativas. But it's all about the terpenes.
Right.
You can
All about
call it anything you want, but it's the
yes.
percentages and the terpenes that make the difference.
Have you ever? I worked with a dear friend up on a farm, and he's adamant about those terpenes. He's religious about
Me
it,
too.
and I never knew about terpenes until about 2 years ago. Can you believe it?
Yeah,
And,
I'm
and
about six
even
months.
even about when I was growing, I think they told me about it, but I was too damn high to really take it seriously. You
Yeah.
know. Um, so I enjoy sativas, and I enjoy the purpley, fruity, smells and taste.
Hmm.
And you know, I am so happy that this happened before I died.
Yeah, I know. Did you ever in your wildest dreams,
Never, never.
if you were sitting down smoking with your friends in 1982 and someone said, "Listen, wait till 2025 and see what's going to happen," and you'd be like, just pass over the joint and let
Yeah,
me get some of that.
yeah.
But it is such a wonderful time to be alive. It really, really is. We're
Hmm.
seeing history in the making. Unfortunately, the younger generations will not understand the magnitude, the
Like like
sheer
uh,
magnitude of this.
like during prohibition with alcohol, but I think everyone was alcoholic anyway.
Yeah, yeah,
So no, it's not like that.
no,
What would you think that would compare to that type of?
I don't know. It's like nothing I've ever imagined. I never even thought that I could be sitting outside, which I call my lanai because it makes me feel good. It's
Oh
just the best.
yes,
And we sit out on the lanai, and
it's
I
your
smoke
lanai.
with my kids. I
Isn't
never
that
thought it'd be something I'd ever see.
how old are your kids? We want to make sure.
Uh, they range from 39 to 28.
Oh, okay, girlfriend. I got a 28 and 18-year-old. My 18-year-old doesn't smoke, but she wants to. She can't wait. She's very disciplined.
Yeah,
But she loves sitting around people and smelling it. And we're like,
it's a beautiful smell.
And but my oldest and I, we get twisted together every time we get together. We're smoking 2, 3 blunts, talking shit. They're cursing
Well,
me out, telling me how much a great dad I am, and who can reach my bar. I understand that. I got
yeah,
it.
we're professionals. We've been doing this a long time.
I told my daughters. You see, they came. I had my firstborn at 32, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was late. I was clueless in my 20s. And they don't know that I had a life before them. Like Daddy had some fun. If you only knew. Even my ex-wife ran into an old friend of mine who happened to have had pictures from the late 80s and 90s on his phone, and I was in them.
Uh-huh.
And they thought I was born when they were born. And my ex-wife too. She thought I was born the day I met her. So, they don't know that I had a life
Yeah.
before you guys.
And the beautiful thing is there's no proof, other than some photo mat pictures.
Did you ever see the Netflix special on Greek Fest?
No.
Oh, Lord have mercy. You talk about, please, there was so many letters going to Netflix talking about, please don't hear that. Please, I got grandkids, all this stuff. And I was there at a couple of those because I lived in Atlanta.
Uh-huh.
And it was, y'all gonna have kids one day. I was like, y'all need to watch what you're doing now.
Yeah.
This video out here. We weren't privy to that. Like right now, I am in the media business, and I still feel conscious about taking people's pictures.
Yeah.
Right? I take a picture, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to just, invade your space. Those taking pictures back in our day was family,
Yeah.
stuff like that. Not like every 5 fucking minutes, hey, I'm right here taking a,
Yeah.
It's ridiculous, so.
It is. And they don't realize it's going to come back and bite them in the ass.
Ooh, I can't wait. I would feel like 95 years old. You were like, my daughter's going to run in there with holding a grandchild. No, look what they posted. I don't know where they found this. Like, you were a hoe back then. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, man, that's funny stuff.
I love my daughters, man. I mean, do you have grandkids?
I have 3.5.
3.5. Oh, one on the way.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
I just wanted to let the non-parents know. They're gonna want to know what the fuck.
Half is
Disabled?
It's the left half. It really is just the left half. Yeah.
But let me ask you though. But let's go on a grandparent group. I know we're gonna go back to Liz later, but I go all over the place.
Listen, I consider myself a triple S, a senior super stoner. As are you.
Oh my God.
That's who we are. We make lefts.
If this were a religion, we would be like cardinals. We'd be like cardinals. We don't know who the Pope. I don't think we would even need a Pope. None of us would want to be bothered with that shit. But I mean, our experiences, and but like, oh God, you see, there was a question I wanted to ask you, and I'm so fucking stoned from the fucking first podcast. I went on location in Midtown, and these guys I'm like, yo, dude, I am so twisted when I walked out of it, but I was happy and energetic and motivated, and so, like when I
jazzed up.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. I mean,
no, it's great.
Now, let me ask you: Did your husband smoke?
Yeah, actually, my late he's passed since then, but he thank you. He grew some in our backyard in a makeshift doghouse with old paneling from the 70s, and there's pictures. That's my background on the Liz Lights Up website. Is that plant?
Okay, let me bring that up.
And it had to have been the worst weed we ever smoked in our life. We brought it in, hung it upside down, and put a grow light on it. But you didn't know what you were doing back then.
Right, right.
So yeah, the weed on the back page, the back of it is that was our actual flower.
Oh, all of this here, right in the back.
Yep, the background.
Yeah. And so when are you going to be like, you need to be on we need to do like a little monthly and get the OGs on to talk to us and stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh, how
Giving
much
us our
fun would that
experiences.
be?
Yeah, I think that would be great. I love creating. When
I
I'm
do too.
stoned, I create all day, but I am not good at like the daily work. I'm the creator. Can you please do the rest for me? I'm awful because I don't have that 9 to 5, or I got to write everything down, do it all in 2 hours during the day, and then I want to go fuck off for the rest of the day or go do
Well,
something.
yeah, that's
You know,
the plan, but that's what I'm trying to achieve. And also I have educators in Liz Lights Up. I have a doctor who's board certified in palliative care, hospice, and geriatrics. She's been a medical cannabis speaker, educator, student for over 20 years. I also have a PhD, a scientist in the cannabis industry. Like, I've got some really good partners that are just going to help teach everybody. They're going to be amazing.
what are their names? If you don't mind.
Anna Schwab,
Hmm.
she's from New Jersey, and Dr. Janice McCalla from Chicago.
Oh, we need to get them on. You
Yeah,
see, we need to get them on because I also I have to get on another doctor too as well, Dr. Daniela Vigara. She's the lead scientist over for this for the cannabis side over at Cornell in
okay,
Rochester.
okay.
So, oh boy, most of my interviews are all female. I can't believe you all run this business. You know that the
But
cannabis
only
industry.
20% of us, only 20% in this industry are women.
Yeah, you're preaching to the choir. Okay,
Yeah,
I mean, I got it. But the thing about it is the heart and soul of the cannabis
exactly.
industry are women and it was started by midwives, I believe, out in California, from what I
I
was told.
believe that. I believe that. But you want to hear
Uh,
something interesting?
yes, please.
I was at the first event I was at. Marjorie and Sam, Just a Woman
Yeah,
Cannabis.
yeah.
Well, they had an event back in March, and if it weren't for them, honestly, I wouldn't be where I am.
Mm,
But I went to this event. There were about 70 people, and out of them, I was one of 4 breast
mm,
cancer survivors that started their businesses after they were diagnosed. That's a huge percentage in a room of 70 people.
mm.
4 out of
Wait a
7,
minute. 4 out of 70.
yeah, started
Okay.
are breast cancer survivors that started their businesses uh, after they were diagnosed to help with what their needs were. It's
Okay.
incredible.
I know almost a good chunk of everyone I've met um, either got into the business due to a mental health of their own or someone else's.
Hmm.
So, for example, Ben Stoller, uh, at the interview I just did today, his son was a wrestler and was paralyzed at 11. Oh, wait, though. Wait. So I'm up here thinking, like, oh my God, this man's got now a 20-year-old, whatever, son paralyzed for life. No. Well, after all the doctors and everything, just to make long story short, a neurologist explained to him, you might want to go THC CBD to help bring back. What it was that the synapses in his spine to his brain shut him down when that happened and didn't know how to reconnect to make him
Uh-huh.
walk again. Now he's walking, playing football and wrestling again.
Oh,
Okay, so that's a testament. So that's why he got into it. Michael Fertucci at Green Spectrum. He suffers from MS. This man
Yes.
has a pre-roll that literally you can smoke that all day. You don't need to smoke the whole pre-roll. Okay, and talk about, I did an interview on that pre-roll. Oh wow, amazing. But everyone that I've connected with that came from the health industry or mental health or suffered a debilitating, said that cannabis has saved them. I have not heard anything otherwise.
I have a broken back and I can walk.
Holy wow.
I can't walk long distances. 200
No.
feet is pretty much my limit. So, when I'm at Anycan next in 2 weeks, I'm going to be riding around on a little scooter, which I've never done. God help me. But
well, make sure you get one of those back trailers so I can stand behind you, and I will just ride with you because I'm going to be there.
Are you?
No,
I'm excited. I'm going to be there on Saturday. This is like my first, like biggie. And my daughter's coming with me. My oldest daughter, she's coming with me. And it's just going to be a great time. And there's so many people I want to meet and connect with, people that I've been talking to online that I want to meet face to face. I'm also going to be looking for sponsors. I'm going to be looking for partners. One thing I want to get is when I do education, and do events, I want to have, terpenes out that explain things. So I'm looking for
you're going to be, I'm going to tell you, we're more than happy to help you with that. I can get the right people to you, and I know you've been to a couple of farms at least, right?
No, I have not been to a farm yet.
Well, yeah, you need to go. Yeah, all right. I've been doing this now for almost 2 years. And when it comes to creating the podcast and getting the first year out, now I'm going into my second year. So, development, first season, now I'm going into my second season. And what it is, especially when it comes to sponsors, they want to see a return on their investment.
Of course. Right? Who doesn't?
Right. You'd be surprised. Oh my God, you wouldn't believe what I've run into, and just would sit there and listen. I'm like, you're mad. A lot of people are delusional. But what I found is content is the key.
Yes.
Right? Content is the key. Staying relevant. Making sure that you and the sponsors are like-minded.
Yes.
I've already turned down a company I found out was an Israeli company that supported the current government. So I told them no. And another company, because they believed in the views, although they didn't like what was going on and didn't agree with it. I'm like, listen, you're either for apartheid or you're against apartheid. I'm sorry. So you want to be able to have the right people, because it goes both ways.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Both ways, right? I've made it a point to be as positive in my messaging. I now am a public figure in a sense. I can't go outside and just talk shit like I used to. I'm constantly walking around with my brand on me. So I have to lead by example now and show, which I've always did, but but the current sponsors I have are very supportive. At the same time, I try to make the relationship equitable.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. And they just want to do it. I have sponsors who, are struggling, and I'm like, don't worry about it. Let me just keep doing and helping you. So
yeah, 100%.
It all comes back. So
you're paying it forward, and you build brand loyalty, you build brand trust.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm very big on the mom and pop dispensaries and grows and cultivators, because they are the backbone. They really are.
Yeah.
And they've put a lot of their life savings into what they're doing, and they need to be recognized, and they need to be out in the community, and they need to be talking to the seniors.
Mhm.
They need to be talking to everybody, and doing events. I One of my big things is going to be going to 55 plus communities and
Mhm.
teaching about cannabis today,
Mhm.
as opposed to cannabis back in the day.
No,
It's a
no, you
new
want
day.
to. You can
It's a new day.
reminisce. Yeah, and I want to be there to help you document that too. That would be great.
Yeah, it's the way it is, and it's it's taken off. I belong to a place called the Rebecca Finn House in Toms River, and 60% of her membership are seniors.
Okay.
New Jersey, Ocean County has the third largest senior community in the country.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. So, there's a lot of opportunity there. There's a lot of education to be passed out, and get everybody together. You know, there I saw it was a meme a while ago. Have five drunks together and they start a fight, bring five stoners
Oh,
together, they start a band. Let me tell you something. That's this
wait a
industry.
minute. Do you know who told me that joke today?
No,
Ben
really?
Stoller. Ben Stoller said the same fucking thing, and he lives in Jersey. I
Okay, maybe it's a Jersey thing. I don't know.
don't know, but to hear that twice, everyone, on the podcast in one day from two different people, I'm good. Yeah, it's
It's
true.
true. And
It's
and
true.
and this industry, I'm sure you've been in business a long time. I've been in business a long time. I have never been in an industry where one, you can sit down and smoke pot at meetings, and everybody is inclusive. Of course you're going to have, you don't have
Well,
good everything. You have good and bad, but
it's
as
human
as
nature.
yeah, as a
But
whole, we are the biggest fucking band in the world.
I'm telling. Let me. So, if you ever hear of Jenny Loves Me,
No.
it's a brand. It's a brand up here in New York. Amazing
Mhm.
brand. She has great pre rolls, chocolates, edible stuff like that. So she hosted an event up in Hudson, New York, and it was the first cannabis event at this event space called the Caboose. And when I got there, I saw the general manager and everybody. They're nervous as fuck. They're tripping out. They don't know what to expect. By the end of the event, she was like, I would do cannabis events every fucking time now because having alcohol at the events, they got to clean up something. Somebody threw up, did
Yes.
this attitude. She said we left the place more cleaner than when we came in. You
Mm-hmm.
understand?
Yeah.
And that everyone was so calm and relaxed and chill. And I said, yeah, what did you expect?
Yeah. Bunch of
We're
stoners.
That's all. We just laid back and we want to do it right. You
Yeah.
know,
And
um,
we're respectful. We're very
very
respectful.
respectful.
Which leads me to something that I'm pretty much going to announce. Um, what I'm doing, I'm challenging businesses in the industry to, because they're complaining. They're complaining they can't find bartenders, brand ambassadors, sales reps. Hire seniors.
Hire singers, especially
Number,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Not everybody can has their dream, 401k. People have to work.
Not only
And
that, too, we have years of if you've worked in any industry, we have years of experience.
yeah, and you know, if having a senior bud tender or a senior brand ambassador standing in a dispensary and you have a senior coming in, that senior is going to feel more comfortable. There's somebody that they can relate to. And the younger generations are going to love like these grandmas and grandpas, and they'll be talking and they'll be learning. And, I think it's a win-win. And I think
Well,
that they should
it,
do it.
it like I think in any other industry, Seniors bring a lot to the table. Although we should be sitting back and chilling, many of us still want to work and be productive.
Many of us have to.
And then now there are those of us that have to. So, but I feel, the cannabis industry would benefit from having a good, strong senior workforce.
Oh, absolutely. We're dependable.
Mm-hmm.
We have good work ethic.
Mm-hmm.
We're loyal.
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
That's
and we're
true.
consistent. And I think it would be great for seniors, and I think it would be great for the public.
Okay. Yeah, I am very happy to have talked to you today.
Oh, I've really enjoyed this. This has been so much fun.
I know they can find you at lizlightsup.com.
Mm-hmm.
Can they find you on IG as well?
Yes, Liz Lights Up.
Okay, Liz Lights Up on IG.
YouTube.
YouTube. Oh, okay. You're on YouTube as well. Excellent.
Liz Lights Up.
All Liz Lights Up. You can find her on YouTube, IG, and on lizlightsup.com and on LinkedIn as well, Liz Quinn.
Yes.
Right. So, what's next? I'm going to see you in Rochester, definitely. Right? Or is it going to be AC?
AC.
I'm going to see you in AC.
Yes.
Definitely going to see you in AC. I'll be up in Rochester as well, I think, doing ECAN with my sponsor, Proteus 420. There'll be an AC as well. You should also look into House of Flowers.
Okay.
We're in New York. A lot of our stuff's in New York, but
I'm coming into New York. Yeah. I do have a partner already in New York.
That's awesome.
I also left some material out in Staten Island, hoping to get a couple of the dispensaries on board. But I've partnered with Allie from Pink's Products.
Yeah, she became our sponsor last week.
Yeah, so I'm working with her. Yeah, so I'm in New York. I wasn't expecting to be here this quickly, because in 7 weeks this has really blown me away and blown up. It's incredible. But I'm there, and if any of the New York companies are interested in partnering or memberships, just email me.
You got it. What's your email?
Liz at lizlightsup.com. lizlightsup.com.
That's pretty freaking simple, guys. Okay. Well, I want to thank you so much, Liz Quinn from lizlightsup.com. A great organization that supports 50 and up, and she's going to educate a lot of people about the cannabis industry, products, services, and I'm just glad to have had you on. I really am.
I really enjoyed it. Thank you so much for having me and inviting me. I've loved this. It's been great.
You got it. Anytime. I want to thank my sponsors. Again, I have so many, and I love it. I'm going to have to just thank my sponsors in part by, I have it up already, but again, we're going to be able to get you back on as soon as possible.
You got it.
Love to be able to see you and keep you in the loop about there's our sponsors right there. Okay, keep you all in the loop about what's going on. And Liz, I got to tell you, you're gonna, do you feel like, before I end the show, you feel like you started your second life, or like you're starting a new journey?
Yeah, I honestly never in my wildest dreams that I'd be 66 and peddling pot. But yet here we are, and I am freaking loving every second. It's hard work, but it's the best.
Well, I got to tell you, you and I are going to party. I'm going to see you soon, okay?
You got it.
Jersey, all right? And when you do come to New York, let me know. Again, thanks, everyone. The podcast is on Manhattan Neighborhood Network. We are on Sundays at 10 p.m. on Spectrum, RCN, and FiOS. Also, too, again, thanks to Proteus, Green Spectrums, New York City Cannabis Exchange, Surfside, Event High, a good partner, Jadestone Cannabis Branding, Silk Road, Gordy's Goodies, Wetbod Distributors, and Pink Products. Both came on as our new sponsors. And again, Liz, thank you. Thank everyone. Remember, it's rough times out here. Don't fret. Everything is good. You can see these two OGs living our lives no matter what's going on. So you will be able to, you'll make it. You'll be fine. You know, just stay close, stay to your dreams. Remember to relax, relate, and release. Have a great day, everyone.
Then thank you.
Hold on. Yeah, that's it.